Wrestling fans, it's your boy One here tonight to give a review on Smackdown, which sucked like hell tonight. It was totally sucks. So this is gonna be a quick review because there really wasn't no excitement in the show. It's always just terrible. Didn't really excite me tonight, so I'm not gonna give you full in-depth details of what's going on because it totally sucked. That's right, SmackDown sucked. NXT on TNA last night, way more better action than this sorry ass SmackDown, which I'm about to give you a review on right now. It's so sucking I don't even know why I'm even sitting here to give you a review. But for those of you who love wrestling and want to keep up with what's going on, in case you missed it, I'm going to give you a recap on it. Starts off with Mr. World Champion Seth Rollins in the ring talking about his matches over Neville, and then how he broke John Cena's nose the last few weeks. And while he's talking, out comes Neville, who talks about he tired of hearing Rollins run his mouth and all that. Then here comes Cesaro, comes out and says, all you do is over and over and over and over and over. I mean, how many times you gonna say the word over, Cesaro? Come on, man, don't start that crap, man. Saying the same thing over and over and over again. This shit's getting played out, man. Why don't keep hearing you saying over? Like, yeah, now you got me saying over and over and over. Enough with the crap, man. So then here comes Owens, who attacks Cesaro from behind, and Rollins lays out Neville. So then we have our first match, which was probably to me the best match of the night. Divas match between Charlotte and Naomi. Match goes back and forth. Pretty alright match for a Divas match, but I've been ranting about the Divas matches and how good they've been recently. But this one, it wasn't living up to that hype. Eventually, Naomi loses to Charlotte. Charlotte pins Naomi in her figure 8 submission hold. So then Ryback comes out to the ring and talks about how, he had been out because of staph infection. He showed his picture of his knee, man. That looked bad. Looked terribly bad, man. I don't even know how he's able to walk as big as that thing. Well, come out his knee wise anyway. But anyway, he comes out and said during our time off, he was talking about how people kept telling him he needs to get rid of the title, forfeit the title and all that, and he didn't do it, and now he's back and he's going to defend his title at SummerSlam against the Big Show and the Miz, and so that be that. So then we go to our next match, Luke Harper, my boy Roman Reigns. Before the match starts, Bray Wyatt, talking, him and Luke Harper talking about what they gonna do to Reigns and Ambrose, because they got a family versus family match at SummerSlam, which I don't understand why they say family versus family, because they ain't none of them related to none one of them. Come on, guys, give me a Drake. I mean a joke, not Drake. We don't want to talk about Drake and Meek Mills, just because Meek Mills stole Drake's music. I mean Undertaker's beat, but we ain't gonna get into that. I made a mistake. I meant to say, give me a break. So the match goes on. Ambrose comes out to the ring. He says, "I'm just gonna sit here. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just gonna watch Roman Reigns do what we do best." So they fight, Goes back and forth. Bray Wyatt and Ambrose goes at it in the background on the outside of the ring. Looks like Roman Reigns is about to pin Luke Harper. He hits him with a Superman punch, and Bray Wyatt gets involved, gets Luke Harper disqualified. Then they go at it. Both teams go at it. And ultimately, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper is out in the crowd, walks away. And that's the end of that match. Then we go to an interview with Sheamus, who talks about the future and how he's going to give people tired of seeing the same old crap, and how he's going to entertain the people, and that Randy Orton ruined it for him. But he said, Randy Orton, you trying to be like Terminator? He said, well, Monday, I'll be back. And then when I take you out, then I'm going to take Seth Rollins out. And he says the future change is just a bro kick away. So then we have our next match. Primetime Players against, shout out to my boy Tyson Neal, representing Florida Gator, by the way. Never forget your Titus O'Neil, Florida Gator National Championship back in the day. So we go to them wrestling the Team New Day members, Xavier Woods, Big E Langston. In this match, New Day tries to get away out the ring. So try to walk out, and here comes the Lucha Dragons and Los Matadors, who was also going to be in that fatal 4-way match for the tag team titles at SummerSlam. So they stand at the right way. Titus O'Neil and Darren Young throws Xavier Woods back in the ring. Darren Young hits him with his whatever his finishing move called. Picks up the 1-2-3 victory. End of that match, end of that segment. So then we have our main event. Cesaro and Neville against Owens. I don't want to mess you up, Randy. My bad. Sorry, Brandon. You've been in all these cats. Owens and Rollins. Match made because of what happened at the beginning of the show. It's a pretty alright match. Disappointed though. Rollins picks up the victory on Cesaro as he pulled it to the tights to get leverage. After the match, Owens attacks Cesaro. Cesaro counters, drops Owens down, lays Owens laying. Then Neville jumps off the top rope, hits Owens with the red arrow. And last standing is Neville and Cesaro. Like I said, pretty boring match. Pretty boring show completely. You know, Raw, NXT, TNA, they gave me some good shows this past week. And I thought that Smackdown would have kept the hype going. So, you know, but they disappointed me, man. I mean, come on, Vince. I mean, I understand that Raw is your baby, your flagship show. But SmackDown, it's been around for a long time. And if you got an up-and-coming show like NXT, who has people on their roster that we don't even really know about, that we only can see only on the WWE Network, and you outperform them, and that show outperforms your second biggest show, SmackDown. And you got a NXT and a new promotion called Global Force Wrestling combining, and they outperform SmackDown. I mean, come on, man. What's up, Vince? Are you having problems in your management? Or the writers that naive that they can't see that there's other promotions who are out there trying to take over? Global Force Wrestling looks like they're gonna be the top organization in the next few years. The talent they got, I seen some of that talent last night, man, and some of the talent came from you, Vince. You let them get away. PJ Black, for example, Chris Medeski, because you didn't use them right. You got all these shows. You could have made use of them. You could have built these guys up, but instead you let them walk. And you want to keep some sorry individuals who you got on your roster, or you got these used to be good wrestlers, and you turn them to jobbers. I mean, come on, man. You got former world champions getting their ass whooped all the time. We see them now: Jack Swagger, Mark Henry. And you got people who probably can wrestle, but they ain't proved nothing because you won't let them. That's why these other shows is gonna be able to compete with you in the future. I mean, you're supposed to be the big boys, the top anchor. You got all this money invested in your companies. I mean, you need to step it up, Vince. SmackDown, ain't no way SmackDown should have been as boring as it was this week. I mean, it's just disappointment to me. I've been loyal to your WWE. I've been more loyal to WWE if I have been any other wrestling organization. You know, even when WCW Nitro was in existence, man, WCW, I watched WCW too, don't get me wrong. But I was always more interested in WWE because that's why I was bred and raised to watch WWE. You disappoint me, man. You came with that whack ass pay-per-view last month, so you're trying to make amends by getting folks a 4-hour SummerSlam slant pay-per-view, hoping that you got Brock Lesnar and Undertaker can revitalize the mistake that you made last month. Then you got a title for title match with John Cena and Seth Rollins. Then you put on a pay-per-view this that Saturday before that, NXT, to broadcast, showcase your talents. That talent you got from guys that who may or may not ever make the roster. You got some talent, man. But the folks can't see your talent on NXT unless you got the WWE Network. And also, you know, you got your Raw and your SmackDown being aired on TV every week. So tell me, Vince, what you gonna do, man? Man, you know, like I said, man, the WWE, this is really driving me insane. You know, I started off a WWE guy, and I'm trying to hang in there. But I like a professional wrestling, so I like to see your competition, you know. But it looks to me as the man who used to work for you, used to actually wrestle in your organization, is trying to take you down now. Eric Bischoff came close, but the way the visions that Jeff Jarrett has right now, you better watch yourself, dog. I mean, he's not just thinking of his organization. He's trying to combine all different organizations across the world to try to take you down, to take the billion-dollar empire down. You know, that's why they call it global force all across the globe. They say global force wrestling, and you got what? World Wrestling Entertainment. You see the difference? There's don't say entertainment. There it says wrestling. I mean, WWE, I'm always gonna be there. I'm always gonna be a loyal fan to the WWE. But I'm gonna keep it honest with you. And if you get put on a shitty ass shows, I'm gonna speak it. I mean, that's just the way it is. If I can't speak, I mean, I had that choice to speak my mind, but I still support you. So, you know, I'm just saying, you gotta do better than this, man. You skate one before back in the day, cause WCW actually should have put you out of business. Because if it weren't for WCW, you'd still be doing these pre-recorded shows. WCW made you go live because they was going live, and they was letting people know not to watch Raw because they told people what the outcomes of all the matches was. You don't think that organizations know what's going on? I mean, man. I mean, even if Smackdown was pre-recorded this week, still should have made it better. I mean, nobody want to keep watching this same old bull crap. 2 hour long, you only got like 2 or 3, 4 matches and all. Who are you trying to be? ROH? That's why I quit doing reviews on them son bitches. Some bitches have had good matches, but they only last an hour, 2 matches. And they coming on later now, so I ain't got time for sit up and watch that bullshit. Just get a review on 2 little funk ass matches. Got all these wrestlers out there on your organization, and we don't even know who half of them is, or we hardly see them. Like then you got some who comes out there every week, cuts good promos, but hell they hardly ever wrestle. Like Bray Wyatt, for example. Probably one of the best wrestlers you got. But do you put him in the ring enough? Hell no. One time you really see Bray Wyatt wrestle is at pay-per-views or when he cuts promos. I mean, come on, man. I mean, what you mean? Let's get it together. You know, I'm tired of trying to give these folks a review and try to talk good about a promotion, and you do good one week, and I brag about how good your promotions be. Then the next week I come back, you give me a sucky ass review. I mean, a sucky ass show. I mean, man, I don't understand it. It's just like you say what's best for business. What's best for business is pleasing the crowd, the people that pays your way, the people that helps make the WWE what it is. It's the universe. It's the people. It's not you, Vince. It's not your money. Without the people, WWE wouldn't be where it is today. So, you know, I'm just saying, Vince. I mean, you know, you're a smart businessman. You have some creative ideas. Maybe you're getting too old, or your talent relation guy getting too old, or you need some younger guys or something to innovate, to bring back the style of wrestling that my generation was used to seeing. You know, yeah, you got you because y'all you doing is giving us the same old crap every week. So it's an epidemic now. Your shit is pretty much unpredictable. It's predictable. We already know what's going to outcome. We know from the beginning. Just like tonight when I watched that. Who didn't know that when Cesaro comes out there and Kevin Owens attacks him, that they weren't gonna make a main event for Cesaro and Neville against Owens and Rollins? No, I guess you thought we was blinded from that. We didn't see that coming. You make the shit too predictable now, man. Come on, man. Change up. Be creative. Get back to the old Vince McMahon. The one who used to walk around with no swag, with all that swag tomorrow, no chance in hell. That's what you got. What's up, man? I mean, damn. Bring some. If you feel like you ain't got enough people on your roster, bring some of the NXT guys up. You got some good ones on there. Finn Balor, for example, the NXT champion. The best thing you got going right now as far as your roster goes is the way you got the Divas division running. You got that going, and you know this is something new to us, you know, because back in the day Divas wasn't getting all the attention like they are now, man. I mean, what's it turn? If you want, what is this turning to? Just a Divas revolution now? It ain't what happened to the actual men wrestling, you know. I understand it's a women's revolution. They're taking over the world and a lot of things. You got this one Ronda Rousey knocking out folks in 34 seconds. It's turnaround. I mean, it's good that the women finally getting exposed in the way they should be exposed. But, you know, we as people, as wrestling fans, want our money's worth. We want to see some action, some real live, hell-raising, ass-kicking wrestling. Not no, I'm in the future was about me. Nobody want to see that shit every week. I mean, I don't mind them talking, but I want to see some action. So please, if anybody from the WWE or any wrestling promotions happen to find my video and hear what I'm saying, please, let's bring wrestling back. I like Drew Galloway's when he came at TNA, said it the best. Bring wrestling back. That's what I want, wrestling to be back. So, with that said, I'm about to end this review show, and hoping next week as I come back for my Raw review that things will change, as it is the last Raw and Smackdown before the big SummerSlam pay-per-view. So I'll be here next week for my Raw review. Maybe give you my SummerSlam predictions. And of course you can see me every Wednesday night for my TNA and NXT reviews as well. And I will also be here again next week for my Smackdown review. Like always, I am the Blue Lion, and I'd like to say peace, and I'm out.